Throughout history, human error has led to some of the most costly and irreversible mistakes. These blunders have affected individuals, organizations, and even entire nations. From financial missteps to technological oversights, these errors have resulted in tremendous financial loss, often changing the course of history. Let's explore the top 10 most expensive mistakes in history. 1. The sinking of the Titanic. The tragic sinking of the Titanic in 1912 is one of the most infamous errors in history. The ship, considered unsinkable, collided with an iceberg on its maiden voyage, leading to the loss of over 1,500 lives. The cost of the ship itself, along with the legal and reputational damage, made this a costly mistake in every sense. In today's terms, the financial impact would be valued at billions of dollars. 2. The Chernobyl disaster. In 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear accident in the Soviet Union caused one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. The explosion at the Chernobyl power plant contaminated large areas of Europe and caused health issues that affected thousands. The cleanup efforts, health treatments, and loss of agricultural land have cost the global economy an estimated $200 billion, making it one of the most expensive mistakes ever made. 3. The Ford Edsel launch. Ford's introduction of the Edsel car in 1957 is a classic example of a business blunder. Despite high expectations, the car failed to meet market demands, leading to a massive loss for the company. In today's terms, the failure cost Ford over $2 billion in development and marketing expenses. The Edsel's failure is often cited in business studies as a case of poor market research and consumer misunderstanding. 4. The New Coke debacle. In 1985, Coca-Cola made the costly decision to reformulate its classic soda, releasing New Coke. This move, aimed at revitalizing the brand, was met with widespread backlash from consumers. Within just 3 months, Coca-Cola returned to its original formula, but the damage had been done. The cost of the failed launch, including marketing and production expenses, is estimated to have been around $30 million in 1985 dollars, which would be more than $75 million today. 5. The Challenger Space Shuttle disaster. The explosion of the Challenger Space Shuttle in 1986 was a devastating mistake that resulted in the loss of 7 astronauts' lives. An O-ring failure in the shuttle's solid rocket boosters caused the explosion just 73 seconds after liftoff. The direct cost of the disaster, including the loss of the shuttle and its payload, was approximately $1.7 billion. This tragic event also led to significant delays in the US space program. 6. The debt crisis of Argentina, 2001. In 2001, Argentina defaulted on its national debt, marking one of the largest defaults in history. This decision resulted in a massive economic crisis that affected millions of people. The country's economy collapsed, inflation soared, and poverty rates reached unprecedented levels. The financial cost of the crisis, including the bailout and subsequent recovery efforts, has been estimated at over $100 billion. 7. The Bhopal gas tragedy. In 1984, a chemical leak from a Union Carbide plant in Bhopal, India, released a toxic gas that killed thousands and left many more suffering from long-term health issues. While the human cost of this disaster was incalculable, the financial cost of cleanup, compensation, and legal settlements has been estimated at over $4.5 billion. The incident remains a reminder of the importance of safety regulations and corporate responsibility. 8. The London Whale incident. In 2012, the J.P. Morgan Chase London Whale incident saw a massive loss of $6.2 billion due to risky trading practices. A trader in the London office of the bank made a series of high-risk bets on credit derivatives, which ultimately backfired. This costly mistake prompted major reforms in banking regulations and increased scrutiny on the risks taken by financial institutions. 9. The Air France Flight 447 crash. The 2009 crash of Air France Flight 447, caused by a combination of pilot error and technical malfunction, resulted in the deaths of all 228 people aboard. The investigation revealed significant flaws in training and communication, which led to costly legal and insurance settlements. The total financial impact of the crash, including compensation, insurance, and regulatory changes, is estimated to be in the billions. 10. The Brexit referendum. The decision by the United Kingdom to leave the European Union, known as Brexit, has proven to be one of the most expensive mistakes in modern history. While the full financial costs are still being calculated, estimates suggest that the economic impact of Brexit could amount to over $1 trillion. The uncertainty surrounding trade agreements, the effects on business operations, and the loss of market access have created substantial financial losses for both the UK and the EU. Throughout history, mistakes have cost individuals, corporations, and governments unimaginable amounts of money. These blunders have often led to loss of life, reputational damage, and long-term economic consequences. While we can learn valuable lessons from these incidents, they also serve as reminders of the critical importance of careful planning, research, and foresight in decision-making. Although some mistakes can be repaired, others, like the ones mentioned here, leave a lasting financial impact that is felt for generations.